This is Rob with South Main Travelers, and this will be our second video in our European vacation series. In this video will be our second day, which is a sea day, and then our third day, it will be a port day in Greenock, Scotland, where we go see Stirling Castle. Okay, we got up this morning, and we actually went and booked two excursions. We hadn't booked them yet. We usually book them well in advance, and we're going to Stirling Castle, which is going to be kind of neat. We're probably going to try to do a excursion specific video for that, so check that out. It should be on the channel. If it's not already there, it should be there soon. We also booked one for our Cobh
not
port.
Cobh. It's
Cobh.
It was
Holyhead, not Cobh. We haven't got anything planned for Cobh yet. Well, we have some ideas. But we actually skipped breakfast this morning, and we're getting ready to go to lunch. So
breakfast was that midnight buffet last night.
so we're gonna we decided to skip breakfast this morning. So we're gonna do lunch. It's probably noon now. And
I believe it is.
It's almost noon, and so we're just going to go out and grab a quick bite to eat, and so follow along and just enjoy this journey with us. We're at Chopsticks. What you want?
Yes.
It's an Oliphant. All right, so we decided to stop back by the room for a little bit after kind of perusing around the ship. It's a little cooler than the weather said it was gonna be. It's probably in the mid to upper 60s. Which is fine for me. I kind of like it cooler, but we went and actually bought a coat for Melinda so she could enjoy the outside as well. So yeah, it's a little bit cooler, and we're just kind of hanging out in the room for just a few minutes, and we'll I think we're going to go out and maybe try the afternoon tea, see if that works out, if we catch that while it's going on. That's kind of part of our plan for today, so follow along. All right, now when I came to London and the UK for this cruise, I was under the impression that the weather was a little less than pleasant all the time. It's supposed to be rainy, but I'm looking at blue skies. I'll take this. Okay, so we didn't do a whole lot more on that sea day. We just looked around the ship, kind of got familiar with everything. We had never been on the Pride before, and we really wanted to check it out, and it is really nice. So if you ever get a chance to get on the Pride, I highly recommend it. All right, it is fancy night, and we're getting ready to go to dinner. We're going to go maybe get some filet and have dinner. We're going to head out. So let's go see what we got. We're at the edge.
You get a good view down here.
So that ends day one, and here we are on day two. We are in Greenock, Scotland, which is really close to Glasgow. There are a lot of excursions that'll take you into Glasgow. If you book early enough, you can actually get excursions that take you all to Edinburgh. We decided to go to Stirling Castle. We booked a little late, and the Edinburgh was not available, so we decided to go to Stirling Castle, and this is that excursion. Greenock, Scotland. We're officially in Scotland.
If you look down low, you will see Mountain Hall going all the way along the road on the right hand side. You can see there are trees behind it. Oh, we've got some nice sheep. You can see quite a few sheep today. And when you see a low mountain hall like that, it's an indication that it is an estate hall, so it's a private land, and that is the Finlay's estate. John Logie Baird invented, yeah, so this is Glasgow again. It's been used on movie sets a lot. Statues. To the right you've got Victoria and Albert. The statue in the middle is not King George, it's Walter Scott, because the merchants were really cheesed off with King George because he lost the American colonies.
We got to make a quick stop at the location of the Battle of Bannockburn before we head on to Stirling Castle. Located atop a steep crag, Stirling Castle is surrounded on three sides by steep cliffs, making it an easy location to defend while also allowing you to see anyone approaching from miles away. Nearly all the buildings currently in place were constructed between the years of 1490 and 1600. The four main buildings were built in four different eras, and you can see the difference in architecture of each of those buildings. Off in the distance, let me zoom in here, you can see the Wallace Monument, which was built on a large hill from where William Wallace was said to have watched the gathering army of King Edward I before the Battle of Stirling Bridge. It's a doggy. All right, so that wraps up our Stirling Castle day. We actually did not do any recording after we got back. We were exhausted. It literally was the whole day. We did a lot of walking. When we got back, really all we did was have dinner, and I think we just ran by the buffet, grabbed something, and went to bed. So gonna hit our little wrap up that we filmed on the ship that was filmed the next morning. So here's that. Yesterday, we do a little recap of what we did all day yesterday. We stopped in Greenock, Scotland, which is right next to Glasgow. We took an excursion to go see the Stirling Castle. One of the cool things we did get to do is the driver was able to kind of make a quick detour and stop at the location of the Battle of Bannockburn, which was kind of neat.
But that's not normal.
That's not typical in the, that is usually not part of that excursion. So that was kind of a bonus, which I'm thrilled because, you know, I like all that Scottish, you know, Revolution history kind of stuff. That was neat. But anyhow, so from there we went on to see Stirling Castle. I got to see the Wallace Monument from afar. I think I got a couple of decent pictures. I was surprised at how well I could get zoomed in. But we got a couple of good pictures. Went through the majority of the castle. It's really neat, the history, just seeing how it grew over the generations, from the original building, and how it developed into the four different quadrants. Great views from the walls, and just a lot of good history there.
Should have a decent video.
Yeah, we'll be putting a video out on that specific excursion on top of our typical vlog that we're doing. We're going to do a very excursion specific vlog for that, our video for that. So look for that.
It was a carnival.
It is a carnival cruise, so it will be a carnival excursion.
Although it's probably something that's included on other ships as well. And you may even be able to book this one independently or something similar. But yes, Stirling Castle yesterday. We were hoping to do a little shopping around Greenock before we got back, but we only had like 30 minutes before we had to get back on board, and I wasn't real sure of how far it would take for us to get anywhere we could actually do any shopping. So we decided to go ahead and hop back on board. After that last night, we were pretty tired. We had done a whole lot of walking, so we didn't do a whole lot. We literally just kind of ran, grabbed a few things off the buffet. We actually had a guy's burger last night, didn't we?
Mm-hmm.
So we had guy's burger last night right before they shut down. Came back to the room, chilled out a little bit, and then we crashed because we were tired.
So that was our day 3 vlog. That was the our sea day at the beginning. Had the Stirling Castle excursion on day 3 of our cruise, and that's going to be it. Hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, please give us a like, subscribe to the channel. It helps us out, helps us to put out more videos, and hit that bell button for notifications to see when we put out more videos.